I want to talk about what is one of the most baffling scenes in any movie that I have ever watched. I want to talk about the phone sex scene from Hobgoblins. There's a space here in the script for setting up this clip, but honestly, there's no good way to prepare you for this, so let's jump right in.
Hi, it's me, Fantasia. Thanks for calling. I need a new house pet to impress my friends. Now hurry before the zookeeper comes. Help me hide this iguana on my body. Something just crawled up my leg. Oh, see if you can find it. I think you better come back to my office with me. Oh, Mr. Zookeeper, I could never take a cockatoo that size.
You know, I'm thinking it may actually make less sense with context. So let's flesh this out a little bit. Gremlins came out in 1984 and was easily the most successful Christmas movie about demonic creatures decapitating people ever produced. And suddenly, knockoff movies about tiny monster puppets terrorizing teenagers started popping up left and right. Critters, Munchies, and in 1988, Hobgoblins. The plot of Hobgoblins is convoluted. See, these little monsters come from space. They can make you live out your wildest dreams through unexplained mind powers, and then they kill you. They pretty much just seem to want to kill you, and this is the only way that they kill you, through elaborate fantasy sequences. The monsters are hidden behind this locked door until a bumbling security guard lets them out, and they begin terrorizing his friends for some reason. In the scenes immediately preceding this,
Don't keep me waiting, lover.
our protagonists are violently attacked by the Hobgoblins, who are then locked in a car as a temporary stopgap to their reign of terror. And in the midst of the crisis, we see this happen.
Could I use your telephone again? I want to call my girlfriend.
Now, let's set up the scene. This character has just been terrorized and attacked by alien monsters he does not understand. He is in his friend's house, not his own. This charge will show up on said friend's bill, who will now know that someone called a pet shop themed sex line from in his house. Not only that, but all of his friends are in the next room over. Theoretically, they can hear every word that he is saying. The cognitive dissonance that has to exist in this character's head in order to validate the narrative is staggering. Who would do this? And that's just the character motivation and house geography. Let's talk about the worst sex hotline in history, which is weird because the director has done a lot of more adult-oriented work, so I feel like he should have been able to frame this better. I mean, I get that exotic animals have a certain allure, but this just feels uncomfortable. The best reason that I can find for this is that Hobgoblins is supposed to be a comedy. This scene is probably there to inject some levity into the frankly not at all tense situation. And the weird dialogue is probably there to skirt censorship by A, not directly talking about sex.
Now wait a minute. Are you sure your office is in the baboon pit?
And B, lampooning conventions in adult films by cranking up the ridiculousness. Now, I can't confirm this. It's just kind of the only justification I can think of. However, what I can confirm is that it doesn't work. The jokes fall flat. Kind of like every other joke in this movie.
You don't feel anything different, do you?
I think I wet my pants.
Hobgoblins is a horror comedy that is bad at two things: being scary and being funny.
You know what a man wants when he's been away for 2 months? No. What does he want?
But I wanted to talk about this scene in particular because it crystallizes everything about this movie. The whole movie is a fascinating train wreck of bizarre jokes, strange pacing, and cartoon physics. And because of this, it is deeply entertaining. What? You didn't think I was going to spend 6 minutes talking about one scene to tell you not to watch this fucking movie, did you? I mean, just look at this bargain basement Jack Terrycloth introducing the worst burlesque performance ever and tell me you don't want to watch the rest of this thing. It's all like this. All of it. I strongly recommend watching every flabbergasting second of this movie.
Excuse me, sir. Could I use your phone?